Almost 500 years after Alfred defeats and absorbs the Vikings, Britain is a true united kingdom. With the death of the French King Charles, the crown of France should legally pass to the King of England. The French, understandably upset about this turn of events, dig up an obscure law that denies the English claim. The English decide to seize their holdings in France by force. The French resist. We are to attack the French city of Compiègne. Unfortunately, the French have discovered our intent and have rallied an army of arquebusiers, a new type of foot troop that uses gunpowder. Our army is well trained, but is outnumbered by the French troops. There is no way we can defeat them if we immediately attack the city. In their hasty preparations to defend Compiègne, the French have left the city of Amiens undefended. We should attack and capture Amiens immediately. We can gather resources there to build our army, then defeat the French at Compiègne. This is your army. Their numbers may be few, but they should be able to take Amiens easily. Select your entire army using a left-click drag box. Now attack by right-clicking Amiens. When attacking cities or other buildings, it's useful to bring along siege units like trebuchets. They specialize in damaging buildings from a distance. Good job! Amiens is now under British rule. Select the city of Amiens. While Amiens now belongs to Britain, it has to be assimilated before it is completely integrated into our nation. The display in the bottom left shows how long until Amiens is completely under our control. When you capture a city, you gain ownership of any non-military buildings near the city, but you will not be able to use them until assimilation is complete. Notice the library has changed from blue to red, indicating it is now under British control. Military buildings like the barracks and stable remain under French control, but are easier to destroy because they are stranded in your territory. The French barracks and stables are of no use to us. Have your troops destroy them. There were arquebusiers garrisoned in the French barracks. Select your units and right-click the French troops to attack. Congratulations! You defeated the French attempt to reclaim Amiens. Now continue to attack the remaining French military buildings. Good. We've destroyed all the French troops and buildings around Amiens. We can focus on repairing the city and gathering resources. A few enlightened French citizens have become sympathetic to our cause and have volunteered to aid our rightful claim to the French throne. They have agreed to help us rebuild Amiens to its former glory. Select your citizens, then right-click Amiens to start repairing the city. Good. While the citizens are repairing Amiens, let's discuss how we can gather resources to build more troops and buildings. Our resources are displayed in the upper left part of the screen. From top to bottom, they are food, timber, metal, wealth, and knowledge. The number on the left shows how much of a resource you have. You have approximately 300 food. The number on the right shows our income level of each resource. Right now we have very little food income. To get food, we must direct our citizens to build farms. Select one of your citizens and have them build a farm. All of your citizens are busy repairing Amiens, but feel free to pull one away to build the farm. Place the farm near your city. When the farm is complete, we get a permanent increase to our food income as long as the citizen works on the farm. Look again at the upper left and you'll see that our food income has risen from +10 to +20. Now let's increase our timber income. Timber comes from the woodcutters camp, also built by citizens. Select an idle citizen and build a woodcutters camp. Woodcutters camps are placed near forests. They can be placed anywhere within your national borders. Trees will highlight as you place your camp. The more highlighted trees, the more timber your camp will produce. Place your woodcutters camp now. We completed our woodcutters camp, and now our timber income has gone from +70 to +80. Unlike the farm, the woodcutters camp can have a number of citizens assigned to work on it. Select your woodcutters camp. We are now gathering more timber. However, the resource readout for timber is flashing yellow. This means that some of the timber we are gathering is going to waste. This is because we are currently at our commerce cap, which represents the rate at which our nation can deal with incoming resources. We must research commerce technology at the library to increase our commerce cap. Select your library. In the lower left corner, the library shows you all technology research currently available. The red track represents military technology. The blue track represents civics technology. The green, commerce, and the yellow, science. Let's research the first green, commerce technology, barter, to increase our commerce cap. Good. Your commerce cap has been raised and your timber income has increased. Now let's learn about metal. We can start gathering metal by using a citizen to construct a mine. Find an idle citizen and have them start building a mine near the mountain. To find an idle citizen to build a mine, click the Idle Citizen button near the mini-map. An idle citizen will be selected, and you can instruct that citizen to build a mine. Mines can be built next to mountains or cliffs. Like the woodcutters camp, mines don't need to be near a city, but they do have to be within your national borders. Place your mine next to the mountain that is to the right of Amiens. Well done. Each mountain can support one mine. The bigger the mountain, the more citizens can work at that mine. Let's train more citizens at our city and have them start gathering resources. Now let's build more citizens who can gather more resources or construct new buildings. To create 2 more citizens, select your city, then click the Create Citizen button twice. Now notice in the top right corner of the screen that your population indicator is blinking red. The blinking indicates you have reached your current population limit, meaning that your nation cannot support any more citizens or troops. You may increase your population limit through research in the library. Select your library and click on the red military tech, the Art of War, to upgrade. By researching the art of war, your nation will be able to produce more military and civilian units. Now that you have completed researching the art of war, your population cap is increased. You are able to build a larger army. You now have more citizens to gather additional resources. Since you have plenty of timber income, assign your citizens to work at the mine to gather more metal, or build more farms to increase our food income. Remember to left-click to select your citizens, then right-click to assign them to work at a location. Good. Feel free to build more citizens and assign them to gather more resources. We've started gathering resources. It's time to build up our army to attack Compiègne. The French still have a sizable army of gunpowder troops guarding the city. To defeat them, we'll need to exploit their dependence on their new weaponry. The French have been training only arquebusiers to defend Compiègne, so they lack a diverse set of units to defend against any kind of attack. Heavy cavalry have a decided advantage against gunpowder troops. We could build a large number of knights and press the advantage. Watch out for enemy pikemen who would make quick work of our knights. Let's build 6 knights at the stables to prepare for the attack. You can click the build buttons multiple times to queue several units. Try clicking the Knights button multiple times to fill up your queue. To support the Knights, we need to build 5 King's Longbowmen at the barracks. King's Longbowmen are unique units for the British and are extremely effective against heavy infantry like pikemen. We also need another trebuchet to assist in attacking Compiègne. Rally points have been set for your barracks, stable, and siege factory, so your newly created troops will gather just below Amiens to prepare for battle. Well done. We've built an army large enough to battle the French. It's often useful to organize your troops by selecting all of a certain type of unit. You can do this by double-clicking the type of unit you want to select. Double-click one of your knights to select all of your knights. Good job! Using this selection method enables you to give commands to all your knights. This is very useful in combat. Now practice by selecting all your King's Longbowmen using the double-click method. Good. Now select all your trebuchets. Excellent. Remember this ability. It can prove to be decisive in battle. We're now ready to attack. Select all your military units and move them near Compiègne. When they get near the city, direct your trebuchets to attack Compiègne and have your knights and archers attack the arquebusiers. Left-clicking the map will clear all selections. To regain control of your army, drag select around them, then right-click to move them. The French have realized their mistake and are marching in a force of elite pikemen to defeat our knights. Our knights are vulnerable to these units and will be routed if we are not careful. Select all your knights by double-clicking them and move them back to Amiens. Once your knights are away, select all your longbowmen and have them attack the pikemen. Our unique unit should make quick work of the pikemen. The French army has been routed. Now that the French army is defeated, have your troops attack Compiègne. Compiègne has been reduced. Now you need to direct your foot units to capture the city. You have taken Compiègne and defeated the French army. This is a tremendous victory for England. I have a sense that you will do great things. In 1509, following a century of turmoil, England has stabilized under the rule of the legendary King Henry VIII. During his 38-year reign, he will marry 6 times, break with the Catholic Church, and fight several wars. Early in Henry's reign, the King of Scotland invades England. To secure his throne, Henry must master the rapidly changing nature of warfare while effectively running his country. The Scottish, led by King James IV, have invaded northern England and captured a number of strongholds. The English army is marching north to face them, but for the time being, English citizens must fend for themselves. We must defend against the Scottish raids and prevent Winchester from falling under the rule of King James. Protect your citizens or they'll be killed by the Scottish. You don't have any military units nearby and don't have time to train any, so we'll have to sound the alarm, which will bring our citizens to safety within the city. First, select your city. Now select the alarm button in the lower left panel. Good job. Citizens near the city will run to the nearest city, fort, or tower for safety. The citizens in hiding will fire arrows at their attackers. The Scots have had enough and are retreating. I think we are safe for a while, so we can send our citizens back to work. Select the All Clear button to send your citizens back to work. Good job. Now your citizens will return to where they worked before you sounded the alarm. The king knows of our situation, and we've been assured that reinforcements are coming. We must continue gathering resources while we wait for protection to arrive. We need to replace the woodcutters' camp that was destroyed in the raid. On the right side of our nation, there is a large forest far from Scottish eyes. Unfortunately, we can't establish a woodcutters' camp there because the forest is beyond our national borders, which is indicated by the red line. A nation cannot build outside its borders, so we will need to extend our borders. One of the best ways to increase your territory is by building new cities. Let's try to build one near the woods. Select one of your citizens. Select the Buildings button. You can see that the Build City option is grayed out. Some buildings require certain technologies before they can be built. If you move the mouse over the Build City button and read the help text, it states that building a city requires researching civics at the library. So let's go to the library and research civics. Research the first blue civics technology, city-state, at the library. Excellent work. With each Blue Civics technology you research, you can add an additional city to your nation. Now build a city near the forest on the right side of your nation. Your city is complete and your national borders have been extended. Now most of the forest is within our territory and we can build a woodcutter's camp. Build a woodcutter's camp near the forest. Try to find a spot where 8 or 9 citizens can work. We need to fill the woodcutters camp with workers. One quick way to assign new citizens to the woodcutters camp is to give the city a rally point. A rally point directs units to go to a specific location when they are built. Select your new city. Now select the rally point button in the city's interface. Now left-click on your woodcutters camp to set it as your rally point. New citizens, good. Now all the citizens created at the city will go to work at the woodcutters camp. If you create more citizens than there are openings, they'll move near the camp and wait for your command. Now create enough citizens at your new city to fill the woodcutters camp to capacity. Remember to move your mouse over your woodcutters camp to see how many you need. You can also use rally points on military buildings to have your newly created units gather near a strategic location. Our reinforcements have just arrived. We are saved from the Scots. The general claims there is no mistake. This is the entire reinforcement. These javelineers and a few light cavalry are all the English command could spare to send us. These outdated units won't be much good against the Scottish hordes. We'll need to advance our nation to the gunpowder age or our forces will be crushed by the Scottish army. We need to start gathering knowledge to advance to the gunpowder age. Knowledge is gathered by building universities and filling them up with scholars. So first, select a citizen and build a university. Universities generate some knowledge on their own, but need scholars to be fully effective. Select your university. We have just enough wealth to fill up the university with scholars. Build 7 scholars at the university. When a scholar is complete, they appear within the university. Each scholar in a university adds to your knowledge gathering rate. We filled our university to capacity, and we will gather enough knowledge soon to advance to the gunpowder age. However, we spent all our wealth on scholars. We need to start gathering more wealth to refill our coffers. You gain wealth by establishing trade routes with caravans between your cities. To build caravans, we need to first build a market. Build a market. Good. Now select your market. You can build caravans and merchants at the market. We want to create a caravan. When caravans are created, they're idle for a moment. They then find an available open route between cities and start to establish a trade route. With sufficient commerce research, a trade route can be established between any two cities. We currently have two cities, thus we only need one caravan to generate wealth from the trade route. If you want to generate more wealth, build more cities and caravans to travel between them. While we're waiting for the caravan to generate more wealth for us, we can start looking at other rare resources on the map. Besides the common resources of food, timber, metal, wealth, and knowledge, there are rare resources that we can also control. This is spice, a rare resource. Move your mouse over the spice. The help text says that we get a bonus for caravan income. This will help us generate even more wealth. We need to build a merchant to take advantage of the spice. We need to build a merchant to take advantage of the spice. Build a merchant at the market. Good job. Select your merchant and right-click the spice so your merchant can gather this rare resource. Units can automatically travel across water if you have a dock and two commerce technologies researched at your library. We have the needed requirements, so your merchant will pack itself into a boat and move across the water. Your merchant has set up shop and is now gathering spice for your nation. You have established wealth income by making a trade route between cities and received a bonus by sending a merchant to gather the rare resource spice. Good job! While we've been setting up our trade routes to gather wealth, our scholars have generated enough knowledge to upgrade to the gunpowder age. To advance in age, we need to do research at the library. Select your library. The top row of buttons in the library record your nation's progress through the ages. We're currently in the medieval age, and we want to advance to the gunpowder age. Upgrade to the gunpowder age now. Congratulations! Our nation has advanced from the medieval age to the gunpowder age. Among other advantages, advancing in age allows your units to be upgraded. Also notice that your buildings have changed their appearance to reflect your nation's new status. Select your barracks. The top row of units are ones currently available. Below each unit is its upgrade. Below the elite javelineer is its upgrade, arquebusier. Now let's upgrade our javelineers to modern units before King James attacks. Select the arquebusier upgrade to start researching this new unit type. Note that all of your javelineers are now arquebusiers. Whenever you research a unit upgrade, all of your old units will automatically upgrade to the new type. Our spies report preparations in Leicester to the north. I think King James has grown restless and is ready for battle. Move your entire military near your city of Winchester to prepare for the attack. Congratulations, we have defeated the Scottish attack and survived against all odds.
I just might roll out my veins. I do it